Alright guys, so today we got another figure for you. This one's gonna be Kane from John Wick 4. The best character from the movie in my opinion. I think he was the coolest. And I'm a big Donnie Yen fan. So here's the box for you. Pretty nice box design. I like the classic Continental design. It's like a navy blue box. It looks cool. So either way, I'm going to get him out of here and show you guys what's up with him. Alright, so here we've got him out of the box. The suit, the tailoring on the suit is really nice. That was the first thing I noticed. Let me put my tripod down and fiddle with him a bit. Pause. So here he is sitting straight up and down as he is out the box. The tailoring on his suit is very nice. The fabric is nice. Same with the sweater. It's done very well. And the coat itself is wired. See how I bent it and it stayed that way? It's so when you move it around, you want to do an action pose or something, it will keep its shape, which I am a big fan of. So with that, see down here he's got his boots on. All the detailing is very nice, and you can see in his eyes, since he is a blind man, he's got his scars there and the gray eyes, which is really nice. And the likeness is spot on. No matter which way you look at it, it is for sure Donnie Yen, and the paint application is great. I think that's about all for that. So let's get into some hands and accessories. Alright, so let's get into the hands we got here. First thing I noticed on the hands is the paint application is insane levels of detail. Don't mind my nasty thumbnail. Is insane levels of detail. You could see individual pores. He's got his ring. The vein work is pretty crazy. Pause. Oh yeah, what it is. So this is just a regular, these two hands are just regular old relaxed stance hands. He's just standing around. And then these ones, we've got two closed fists. You can really see the great, paintwork on the closed fist. The muscles and the veins popping out of those. Looks fantastic. You've got this thing, a cool little action pose hand. Not sure specifically, but action pose stuff just to look cool. Not much else to it. You've got a holding cane hand, because he's got a cane in the movie. I'm sure, if you guys are watching this, you've seen the movie. So, he's got the cane, because he's a blind guy. And then we have these two open palms, one for each hand. Just slight differences between them. One is, a little more aggressive looking. And then finally for these two, we've got the other side for holding the cane, more of an action pose with it, and a relaxed gun hand. And on the figure right now, I have the other hand for holding the cane. Again, amazing paintwork on these. And the other gun holding hand. Am I a little too close to the camera? I just might be. Either way, the gun holding hand. So, that's all the hands covered. Now we got the accessories. So here we have the accessories, and you guys got to be a little patient for this section because there is a lot of them. So, first we've got the cane that Kane uses. It is separate from the sword version, which when I was looking at the pictures for the figure, I was under the impression that the sword part would come out of here, which is not the case. It is a little bit of a bummer for me, but it's not too big of a deal, because I would have liked to be able to pose him with him taking the sword part out of the sheath, but that is something that you can't really do, because you see the piece that the handle goes into is too small for the sword part to fit in. It doesn't work. So that's a little disappointing, but I'm not too worried about it. That's probably my only complaint on the figure, besides very small, minor ones that are really negligible. That's the only one I would be like, yeah, I really wish they did something better for that. Next here we got a plethora of guns, super highly detailed ones too. You get this little gun here, which kind of looks like a USP. Could be wrong. And you see there's even some paintwork on the chamber there for 9mm by 19. And you could take the the little attachment off on the bottom if you just want that. And as you guys can see, the slide also goes back, which is very impressive. And can you see in there if it'll focus? And you can see in the chamber, here, let me move my light closer, make it a little easier for you guys. You can see in the chamber they have sculpted and painted a bullet, which is pretty insane detail-wise. And you can also take the mag out. There you go. Same thing, they have sculpted and painted the bullets in the magazine, which is pretty cool, I think. And this one, this one being the Pit Viper from John Wick. John's, pistol of choice, the one he uses. And the same details apply with this one. The hammer can be folded back on here. The slide moves back with a round in the chamber. Looks extremely cool. The detail on the weapons in particular is the most impressive part of this figure for me so far. And all of the pistols, the magazine comes out with the same sculpted and painted detail. And here we have this one, a Glock, same thing, slide. And the only thing about this slide is this part right here, that would normally be a window into the chamber, is solid. You can't see into the chamber through that one. And then, of course, the magazine comes out, if I can get it out. There you go. All right. So, the last of the pistols here, we have the dueling pistol from the end of the movie. A lot of fine, sculpting there. Paint applications are really great. Which, as you would come to expect, along with the other pistols, we have a lot of details. With this one, you can pop it open and there's a round in the chamber there ready to be fired. But this one, you would really only want to use it if you have it paired with another figure, I think. And then we have a tomahawk. Just a plain black one with some light metal airbrushing here on the sides and on the crest there. But just a pretty standard black tomahawk, nothing too special about it. I believe John also comes with one, if I'm not mistaken. He also comes with a dueling pistol as well. And next we have a motion-activated doorbell sound alarm thing. You see them, you see Kane use these in the movies. It does come with two. These are really cool, I think. I think these were a cool accessory. If you're doing posing or setting up a certain scene from the movie, that works really well. You get Kane's glasses that he wears through pretty much the entirety of the movie. I love the gradient in the lenses. I think that looks really cool. These, I think, would have been cool if they were made of metal. A lot of the times, same with the sword. I've come to not really expect that from most Hot Toys. We've gotten lucky a few times, but things like the glasses or the sword are typically just plastic, when there are certain other companies that make figures where they have metal ones of these. For example, So Toys, Witcher has die-cast swords, which I really appreciate. But I don't mind the plastic too much. As long as it looks good, I'm not that worried about it. And these glasses look great. And then you get 3 separate stacks of Continental coins. There's nothing different about them. They're all the same. If it'll focus there, it's something so small. So you can vaguely see a lion in that. The sculpt work on this isn't amazing, but it is something so tiny that it's pretty inconsequential, it not being the best looking sculpt. The fact that you could even tell what it's supposed to be, I think, is impressive enough. And that's it for the accessories. So now I'll go over the figure a bit more, show you guys some different poses and stuff like that. But before that, we have a word from our sponsor. Are you a stinky, smelly little boy? Maybe you've been sitting at your computer playing League of Legends all day, so your armpits produce a stink that would make a bog monster retch. Well, no worries. Give this little product a couple sprays, and you'll be good as new. Now, despite what people might tell you and reviews may say, this shit ain't magic in a bottle. This is Ree Fragrances, a premium fragrance brand for a premium price for a premium person. If you're smelling wrong, this shit'll get you smelling right. Even if the whole gym can smell you getting your pump on, just whip one of these babies out and everyone in the gym, men and women, will want to stay the night with you. Or maybe you're a disgusting, filthy, smelly, sweaty metalhead like me. No matter your situation, Ree Fragrances has you covered. So visit my link in the description to Ree Fragrances and use my coupon code JAKE15 at checkout to save 15%. Not a man? Not a problem. Ree Fragrances has a wide array of women's scents as well. So just because you don't have a unit doesn't mean you can't get some of these units. And again, that's LaReeFragrances.com and use code JAKE15 at checkout. Thank you, Ree, for sponsoring the video. And something I forgot to show you guys was the stand that he comes with. I think it's pretty cool. It's like textured over on the black part and then like shiny on here. I think it looks really cool. It's very reflective. And it's a standard crotch grabber to hold them in place. I got this little pose here. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about the suit jacket, other than being wired, it is very form-fitting, and it also has shoulder pads, which does make articulation a little more difficult in some places. But we see we got the glasses on, we've got the Pit Viper pistol and the cane. And he's hitting a pretty cool pose right there, I think. I think it looks really good. I just love the way the suit fits him. The one complaint I do have about how the suit fits is the suit pants. I think they're a little loose. It looks a little odd because his suit jacket is very tight and his pants look a little loose. But that's not too big of an issue for me because with the tighter pants you would be sacrificing articulation, which limits the posing, which is more of a big deal for me. Alright, and I got another one here with him, maybe using the stand here. Maybe feeling his way around with the sword, but having the gun at the ready, just in case. But I like the amount of accessories this guy comes with. And him being blind kind of makes posing a little more interesting in some places. But in general, I just think this character is really cool. So I was excited for this one to release, because I had an idea of a lot of poses I wanted to do directly from the movie. Alright, and for my final pose here, it's a little similar to the last one. Not super different, but I like this one a lot. I think this might be the one I end up keeping him in. This one is inspired from a scene where he's fighting John in the museum from the movie. And to cover his wrist things, you could just roll his sleeve down a bit. It's a little difficult to do with one hand, but I'll worry about that later. But overall, I think the figure is really nice. The tailoring is super good. The detailing on the hands and all the accessories and the head sculpt is some of the best I've ever seen from Hot Toys. So overall, this is one of my favorite pieces I own from Hot Toys. It's not the most extravagant or dramatic character. But they really went the extra mile for a side character in this movie, and I appreciated that because I thought he was really cool. I loved his accessories. The tailoring on the suit is probably the best I've ever seen from Hot Toys. And overall, if you're a fan of John Wick or Kane from John Wick, I would recommend picking up the figure. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. It is one of my favorites, and John is coming soon.